Hey everybody, Kevin here from Acclaimed Heating, Cooling and Furnace Cleaning. We're here today, very exciting afternoon. We have the inaugural first Dear Keven segment where we're answering customers' questions, Mindy too, about different things that they write in. So if you have any questions on different things with furnaces, air conditioning, government rebates these days are a hot topic, and that's our first question here during the segment. Let us know. Call in, email us through questions, and this is really exciting. So, Darlene, who is our first person that has asked us a question here?
Well, it's signed Sadly Never in Hot Water, and it reads, Dear Keven, we have a house with 5 teenagers, and we are constantly running out of hot water. We know we need to replace our hot water tank and have been putting it off. The hot water on demand are interesting to us. They are even more exciting, or enticing rather, with the potential energy rebates. What is the information on these units? Signed, Sadly Never in Hot Water.
Right. Well, that's one of a few letters and inquiries we got on that, because it's a really hot topic and hot button right now, because the government on Monday introduced that they will be including specific things for rebates. So they're doing windows, insulation, and what relates to Acclaimed is on-demand, also known as tankless water heaters. And those water heaters are what replaces your standard tank that's in almost everybody's house. So I've prepared a nice response, hopefully, to the letter there, and hopefully that answers everybody's questions here. So, honestly, dear Sadly Never in Hot Water, and first of all, sorry to hear that. 5 teenagers is hard enough without having hot water. The question is really timely and a hot topic at the moment. On-demand or tankless hot water heaters, as they're known, they have several benefits to traditional tank styles. The biggest benefit is that they will supply you and your family with continuous hot water. It never ends.
That is
I know,
exciting.
right? So those teenagers are going to stay in there like 3 hours, right? So it's never going to run out, but she's never going to get in the shower. It's going to be taken. So that's the huge benefit, is that you never run out of that water. And everybody's probably experienced where they have that cold water shower because somebody stayed in too long. Secondly, the efficiency of these water heaters, it's amazing. So just like a high efficiency furnace uses 98% of its gas input to result in heat. These are things. Okay, that's upsetting to me. Mindy has lost interest in this topic. I hope that's not the case with everybody else. Very efficient. So a regular water tank, the type that most people have in their houses, you're looking at 50 to 60% efficiency. So these things are almost 100% efficiency. So what does that mean? It means that for every $1 you spend on natural gas going to your hot water, only 2% of that cost is going out the chimney. The rest is going directly into heating the hot water that you use. So it's really quite remarkable. And these things have been around for a while, but the reliability on these things, and many generations now used here, they're solid. Really, really great units.
Sounds very, very exciting indeed. So Kevin, for Sadly Never in Hot Water, what does that mean in regards to the rebates on that?
The rebates are announced here last Monday, this last Monday. And the government is still rolling out exactly the procedure and exactly the rebates. But what they have told us, which is terrific, is that there's going to be up to a $1,000 rebate when you're installing a tankless or on-demand system and taking your old traditional tank out.
Oh, okay.
Now, they have given us some numbers here as well. So, the vast majority of houses, I'd say honestly 99% of houses here in our area, they have what's called a conventional standing pilot water tank. So that means your tank is there, you have a pilot light that's in there, is always on, and it keeps that water hot when you need it. It just releases out of the tank until it runs out, and that's when you get your cold water. So the exciting news for people is that you're going to come very close to that $1,000 rebate by the looks of it. They've given us kind of a most common ranking for that water tank. And the minimum rebate that they've released to us preliminarily here is $944.76. Okay, and they've got that announced as the minimum rebate. So it's a great rebate in terms of what that is. one of the interesting things with the rebate is you have to be a qualified registered contractor as well. But perhaps, going back to a little bit about these tanks, and kind of one of the things that they do is kind of some of the other things that they are very, very good at. So first of all, getting a really good quality unit now, they'll actually outlast a traditional water tank. With the City of Edmonton's water having become so much harder in recent years, a water tank life now is probably average about 10 years. Right. So not very much. And most tanks have a 6-year warranty for tank replacement. Well, a good quality tankless model, they have a 12-year warranty on their heat exchanger. So pretty amazing. Plus you get all that benefits of the savings in there too. Different types of systems, different qualities of systems, just like any product. So you get what you pay for. Good contractors will be installing really good units that are reliable, and it's important that you get one that's big enough. So just like a water tank, you can get a small one, you can get a big one. Tankless systems, one of the things that you hear, which is absolutely true, is that, okay, well, I'm having a shower, but now I'm running the dishwasher and it can't keep up to provide both at the same time. And that's because the lowest price results in the smallest unit, which results in performance that's not good, right? So it's important to get a system that's big enough. Things required to install those, bigger gas line, things like that. So just like when you're having a furnace or an air conditioner installed, a contractor like us has to go into the house to give a proper consultation and estimate. We don't know what is good for the house, what can fit, how the installation needs to be done, which all reflects on the total cost to a customer. So it's important that people know that they just can't come and say, hey, can you come install a tankless water heater for me? The response should be, absolutely, but first we have to come and do a consultation and do a proper estimate so that you know what you're getting beforehand. Very, very important.
That's why it's important to have an approved contractor or an approved installer to do those, for sure.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You can't just get these installed by anybody. You can't just install one yourself. They have to be installed by an approved and registered contractor for this program, which it's got some nice hoops there. And I think that that's to make sure that everything is being done legally, professionally, up to code, which is really, really a smart thing.
And
that
peace
the
of
government's
mind
done.
too for the homeowners, right?
Yeah, absolutely, huge. Yeah, absolutely. So lots of brands, really important in my opinion. Furnaces, air conditioning, the same thing. If you go online and the very, very best rated unit of something is in Germany, right? And it's sold in Vancouver, but it's not sold or wholesale by somebody in Edmonton. It's not a unit that you want to have installed. Right. There are a few very good products available in the Edmonton marketplace, which are proven. Top brands on those are Navian, Rinnai, and Noritz. We're huge fans of the Noritz. That is just bulletproof. Really, really strong stainless steel heat exchangers, about 12-year warranty. And the adage, where is it engineered and built? Well, this thing is actually engineered in Japan, and the whole thing is built in Japan. I think that that's kind of right up there with the Germans, right? It's nice to buy a Canadian product, but I think the Japanese have a pretty strong track record when it comes to engineering. So, the takeaways hopefully that the people get from this in terms of the question there, from honestly the poor never in hot water customer that sent that in, is twofold. There's definitely solutions to that so that you won't run out of hot water in your house. And right now it's such a timely question because the government has come up with this rebate. It's drawing attention and education to people that these things are available, they're reliable, and they're a terrific product. And honestly, like up to $1,000 rebate from the government, like really, really good job for them rolling that out in a substantial way so that it does have a big impact on our CO footprint and really get everybody's utility costs down now too. And
the size, very important. 5 teenagers, maybe a couple of adults in there too.
Very, very important.
Yeah,
very important.
The in-house consultations are very important to ensure you get
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And you know what? What I can envision for people, I actually do it in my own house. I've got a few teenagers. Is I actually have a valve so that if they're in there too long, I actually turn the valve off to the hot water. So maybe that will be our value. That'll be our value-added incentive. Is like with every one of those tanks that Acclaimed installs, we will put in a special valve that you can turn the hot water off right away and give your teenagers a cold shower. Right? So maybe that's what we do. Anything else you want to chat about today?
No, I think you answered all these questions very nicely. Thank you.
Excellent.
So exciting.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That is so hot. Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Who put
That was funny.
who put that coffee out? I like coffee, but I mean that is hot coffee. My goodness. Anyway, so with that, keep your coffee down. I mean, talk about endless hot water and hot coffee. Anyway, have a great weekend. Let us know if we can answer any other questions for you. Give us an email. Get onto our website. We have an easy link there for you to send any questions at any time. We answer about 50 questions a day about people calling in for various things, and we do that really well. So don't keep it to yourself. Let us know exactly what that question might be.